Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So back at the start of July of 2025, it was reported by many news outlets that Microsoft would begin another round of layoffs, this time affecting around 9,000 employees, and amongst those layoffs within the Xbox gaming division, the biggest news which ended up being confirmed by Phil Spencer himself was the closure of the Initiative Studios and their upcoming reboot of Perfect Dark. However, one of the other major stories, which is why I'm making today's video, was that Turn 10 Studios, the makers of the Forza Motorsport series, had nearly 50% of their staff members cut. However, this would not be officially confirmed by Phil Spencer or Xbox themselves, but rather from a reporter at Bloomberg. Now, of course, whenever we read any breaking reports like these, it's always important to take it with a grain of salt, as sometimes their sources could be inaccurate, but just several days later, more news came out, but this time from a former employee at Turn 10 called Fred Russell, who posted on their Facebook shortly after the layoff reports, claiming, and I quote, "Turn 10 Studios has shuttered the Forza Motorsport space and the team is no more. It's a very sad day for one of the best racing video games. I loved my time there." And he also says in a follow-up reply that the Forza Horizon side will continue at this point and that Turn 10 Studios is open to support the Horizon side. Only Forza Motorsport has been shuttered. Now, although this is all very insightful information, the only issue is that Fred Russell hasn't worked at Turn 10 since 2016. So where's he getting all this information from? Well, speculation suggests that Fred Russell is still in very close contact with many of his former colleagues, but where this Facebook post becomes a lot more credible is that the content creator for Turn 10, who was affected by the most recent layoff, replied in the comment section saying, "I'm very thankful for the 10 years. I was able to be the face and voice for this brand, and it's an awesome car-loving community." With so many reports and rumors now further suggesting that not only the staff over at Turn 10 has been reduced by nearly half, but now Forza Motorsport is essentially gone. What also didn't help and made fans even more concerned about the future of this series was that their X and Instagram accounts were very quiet after the layoffs, whereas previously they would be incredibly active with multiple posts being made each week. Not only that, if you head over to their official Forza forums, you can no longer create new topics under any category unless it's a suggestion for a series. The reason I believe Turn 10 did this was because in a now deleted post, the head of live service for Turn 10 posted a heartfelt message in the forums saying that he had been affected by the most recent layoffs and that he tried very hard to make Forza Motorsport the best game possible since taking over this role just over a year ago. And I don't think they wanted the official Forza forum to be filled with ex-developers saying their goodbyes. So, after an entire month of silence and heavy speculations, we finally got an update from Forza Motorsport's official social media accounts on X and Instagram, which reads, and I quote, "Dear Forza community, we know many of you have questions about what's next for the Forza franchise, and we appreciate the support of our incredible community. We wanted to assure players that Turn 10 and Playground Games will continue to support Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon 5. To start, here's more information about what's coming next to Forza Motorsport." Now, on one hand, it's great to see some activity again over on their social media accounts. However, the statement doesn't really say much at all. If it's anything, this further confirms that the reports about the team is true. First of all, they begin by addressing the question we all want to know, which is the future of the Forza franchise. But then all they said was that Turn 10 and Playground Games will continue to support the current Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon 5. I mean, we already know Playground Games will continue to support Horizon 5. It's up and running right now. Should there be any issues, the team will go ahead and patch the problem. Support for Horizon 5 is there. It's just that no new updates or content will be introduced, as the team has previously stated. Now, as for Forza Motorsport, This is a far newer title. It was designed and developed as an evergreen game, meaning that over the years, we would see more and more content being introduced, kinda like iRacing, which was why this game was marketed as a reboot and not Forza Motorsport 8. But not even 2 years later after its release, we're only being told that the game will continue to be supported. This definitely sounds quite worrying, and they even shared a link to a brand new blog that they recently wrote over on their official Forza website, but everything that was included, either we already know as we can see it all in game right now, or it had already been announced in their last update. To be honest, I think Forza Motorsport's most recent statement created even more confusion around this situation, because now the community is wondering, okay, is Forza Motorsport on its last lifeline now? Are we just going to see all of the previously timed gated content return and that's it? Or will there still be more tracks, cars and features being introduced later on? There's still so many questions left unanswered, but here's the good news. It won't be long until we find out which direction Forza Motorsport will be heading. As some of you may know, Update 21 was their last content update back in June, which included 2 brand new Indy cars, and if we take a look at all of the dates for the Rivals event, the last scheduled challenge ends on September 10th, but anything beyond that has yet to be announced. Which means during the month of September, we should expect to see a new in-game update. Hopefully, Forza Motorsport doesn't just stay in a quote-unquote supported state. I would love to continue seeing new content for this series, as the last several updates Turn 10 introduced has been rather impressive. And for myself, I have been enjoying a lot more of this game, especially all the spec events in the featured multiplayer. This game, if I have to be honest, still has a lot of untapped potential, but regardless whether we think this game still deserves a future, we will only truly know next month. But until then, I think it's very safe to say that yes, a portion of the team has been squandered, and with Forza Horizon 5 doing huge sales over on the PS5, perhaps it's also not that far-fetched to believe that Xbox doesn't see the value in keeping this series around, and that it's more beneficial for Turn 10 to help work with Playground Games together under the same title, instead of further continuing making a game for a very niche market. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think we'll see an update in September? And what is the ultimate fate for Forza Motorsport? Share us all of your thoughts down in the comment section below, as I do read all of your comments, guys. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza related, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.